Welcome back to Humbro Pie. I'm your host, Jimmy D, and with me,
It's me, Porter.
yeah, and we're in the studio. Actually, I gotta fix this thing. I feel like it's a little bit off because we tried doing that little box opening thing, and I feel like all of our video stuff's a little bit off here a little bit. Hopefully, you guys are getting some better sound quality. We've been playing around a little bit with that to try and get that working well, so you should be a little bit louder. Something you guys can understand, but hopefully still blocking you guys from when I start screaming or doing something crazy like that. All right? So, I'm going to move over a little bit more. I think you need to move a little bit more. Here we go. Kind of got in a framed. It's a little high. A little high. What do you guys think? A little... you can see my green screen, for God's sakes. Yeah, I did not fix this appropriately.
Green screen?
Yeah, it's right behind you. Right up here, baby.
Oh, that.
Yeah. Yeah, something... I'm working with my artist to try and get something to display.
So that it looks a bit more presentable than the mess that's behind us?
No, I mean, you got the exercise equipment, you got, like, literally all this open product and awesome pictures and a crazy amount of merchandise. But it is absolute chaos. I have been getting some words that people really enjoy the backdrop that we have, the one that's in the studio. I just wish we could run the studio like we can here, right? Because there's so much more power here just being off of my desktop. So it's, like, easier for me to control, get the announcements and the notifications when we get the subs and the tiers and all the bit donations and all that. I really appreciate all that, by the way. But yeah, that stuff's better equipped here at my home studio than it is in that studio, just because of the way the computer setup is. So hopefully things are looking a little bit better. We're trying to grow every single day, trying to get this thing looking really nice. He's obviously making sure his hair looks nice and straight for the stream. I told you about the bunny ear thing, and now I feel like you're doing the hair thing with the bunny ear thing.
Not intentionally. I still have no clue what you're talking about.
I'm eventually going to show him. All right, guys, we do have some really good news to showcase. A lot of really cool things to talk about. We've got some new OP11, or I'm sorry, this is OP12.
Yep.
Release stuff that we're going to be going over. We're going to cover that a little bit. We're going to tell you the hits, because for those that thought,
For 11.
For 11, yeah. Because if you thought EB was the new meta, all right, blink and you miss it. Because we're now going to be moving into a completely new format.
We got a week.
Yeah, we got longer than a week to give this box away. So we're going to be...
hey, it's still a good box.
It is a very good box. We got some good... Not a single hit has been pulled from this. Not one of what could potentially be three. Could be three. We're going to find out. All right. Hoping beyond hope that we get ourselves at least one hit. I don't want to have both hits in the same night, unless it's the last night, because then at least there was some hype to get into it. But, yeah, I don't think we can weigh these ones. I'm glad you're doing that, too, because you brought up a good point. Guys, we're about to go into OP11, and there's some packs in there, or a card, specifically, that's going to be probably as price as high as Goldie Rogers' manga art. And it's
maybe
made of real gold. And I don't know if you guys know anything about your weapons, materials, or anything like that. Real gold is weightful. It's got some weight to it. So if I was you and you're chasing that gold card, do not buy loose packs. Do not get into that, because you're going to lose. I have a strong feeling that you will know, based on the weight, whether it contains the gold or not. That doesn't mean you're not going to get any hits, but if you're chasing that gold Monkey D. Luffy that we'll showcase here in a little bit, it's going to be a little bit easy to find if it's made with real gold. And that is what we've been told. I've seen it. Someone pulled it apparently when they were doing some open box cases for the new set. So, of course, you got stores and other vendors and people that end up getting the product a little bit earlier, and they've been doing some box openings. Never really seen it pulled, so congratulations to that person for getting that massive win. I'm curious of what that price is up there. Jay Wizzle, good to see you. Appreciate you. Yep, we're gonna now that you're in the chat and you welcomed it, we do have to get a tax pack for the community stream. I'll work on that in a little bit. But yeah, gonna have to get my tax pack ready just in case, because if Jay Wizzle wins again, gotta give away that pack, man. But we do have some other content to showcase. I do want you guys to know that yes, we missed Monday. It was Memorial Day. A lot of things going on. Sometimes the casters can't make it out. They're working. We got jobs now. We got our lives here. I mean, you're working now, so it's gonna be harder for you to be available as you were before. And that's some of the things that we got to work around, because most of us,
I do work mornings, so these evening streams
that's fantastic.
Shouldn't be conflicting.
I just do have to be mindful of his timing too, because it used to be we could stay up till sometimes midnight if it went like a long stream, but I can't do that anymore. Got to get you up in the morning so you can get some sleep. I feel it, because I do the same thing. I got to be up at around 7 a.m. every single day getting ready for my work, where that pays my bills. So I do feel it. I understand where you guys are coming from. But yeah, chaos happens. I think Memorial Day got some great cleaning, got some great organizing done, got some really good stuff all sorted out here because, of course, last weekend we had an awesome weekend with Union Arena. Black Clover came out, bro. We had some awesome Bleach product that came out. I got to make those new decks for that new sets. We're getting prepared for what's going to be this week where we have the OP11 release and all that. We got the on Friday. You guys can join us live. I'll be giving away 2 packs of OP11 from the packs that we get from the opening, and you'll see probably, I think it'll just be you and me because it's a good start. It'll be me and Porter opening our packs. Hopefully Porter's luck will change. We've seen 1 great night, 2 bad ones. Let's see if we can change that luck around for Porter here and get a good set for him and some big hits for him.
And yes, Jay Wizzle.
Yeah.
Yes, that is me in the number 1 spot.
Porter's been wrecking it this season. Bringing the good stuff.
Yeah.
Mochi, good to see you.
Yeah, the second I actually start bringing good decks, I do well. Who would have thought?
Right? And this is the one where, this is what I find the greatest part about that. I'm glad you brought that conversation up. Because this man was like, great, I'm just going to lose because I can't play Green Purple Luffy. And even in the midst of us actually having Green Purple Luffy players, you've still been able to come up and dominate in the top for some of these weeks. In the past weeks. You've still been able to do some stuff. We're going to see today if he can keep the train moving in that positive direction. But right now, he's been doing pretty well since this thing came out.
Yep.
I think you made some good choices to the meta. I think you made some good choices to how you're going to navigate this, and I'm really proud of you. Honestly, bro, good job. This season's been fantastic, and watching you shine in this meta has been awesome. Told you guys it was good.
Just wish I could keep playing Usopp, but these days it's just not feasible.
Yeah, it was a fun deck. I could definitely I loved watching the gameplay here, but we're about to get into brand new gameplay, lots of new decks and lots of new things coming out, and we're going to go over all those new things from OP11. Also, if you guys are a local and in the area, you guys want to join us on Saturday, we're going to be having a box tournament for the OP11, so tune in for that. It's going to be a fun time. That's going to be part of our part 2 of the championship series. So if you guys want a chance to win some of that new product and get yourself on the leaderboard and get you some points, please show up. We also have Union Arena for Bleach yet again.
Wait, how's that going to work if it's a box tournament?
Because 8 pods, and then we just do the points afterwards. We'll have to do the points at some point, because I know you guys will probably split, right? Which will make the top 4 a little bit interesting.
Yeah, I was about to say, how does that work with, because it's going to be 1 round and then it's split.
Yeah. Now, what it might end up being if we get a lot of people, and it's more than just 8 people for like if we can't do the 8-person pods, we'll just do a massive tournament, and that box will get spread out to the value of the top 4 people in that tournament. So it'll be massive good prize support for that. Check it out. I mean, obviously, the more people we have, the cheaper the entry will be for that box tournament as well. So we'll lean on to see how your attendance goes to how we're going to play that. And of course, if you do end up being, I might force you to play it out just so I can have some rank points here. You can split the product and prize support, but I might have you play it out just so we can actually get a board to say who won this thing. But really looking forward to it. Are you looking for a new set?
I'm not gonna be getting much of the new set.
Really? There's nothing that's been enticing you want to play something else?
I mean, I do like the Nami deck, and I do like the Katakuri deck that are in the new sets, but honestly, I only have so much money.
Yeah, it's true.
And I am going to be trying to build Black Purple Luffy after we get the starter deck.
Yeah. And that one comes out in 2 weeks, by the way. So if you thought that the meta was going to be fun to navigate with the new set coming out and legal, the minute that this set's legal to play in tournaments, we're going to be getting the new starter decks.
Yeah.
And we're going to have next weekend where it's going to be a starter deck off, where everyone's playing the new starters and trying to play with those to see what's going on. Personally, Shanks, obviously, it's the red deck. Really looking forward to it.
It's 1 good card total.
I like that the deck is going to be more available for people when it was already pretty available deck. Like OP9 outside of the relays.
The thing is, the only thing that makes the deck hard to get, they didn't reprint. So no, it's not any more available than it was before.
There are ways to deal with not having Rayleigh, but it arguably is one of the best cards.
No, you need Rayleigh for Shanks.
It's a very good card. There isn't a single build version of Shanks that doesn't run the Rayleighs, and that's for a reason, because it is just that good. Ooh, who's that?
It's the best red card.
One
now.
of. I have my own perspective on what the best red card is.
Your perspective is biased, is incredibly biased.
Tony Chopper. So, all right, let's get. We got some more stuff to cover. Obviously, if you haven't yet, please hit that exclamation point join or something to let me know you're out in the chat. That way, I can feed the algorithm and get you an opportunity to get one of these awesome 2-packs. No hits been pulled from this community box yet, guys. Not a single one. We've had a bunch of cool rares. They're good utility stuff. I mean, people still looking for the Searcher 1-drop Nami because that's helping out the red-green Luffy deck from back in the day. It's also just
and green
good,
purple.
Green purple, absolutely. It's a fantastic good searcher, 1-drop, and I like the bodies. You guys know my math when it comes to body searchers. I really enjoy those over the rest of the searcher types. Not to say that the other ones are bad. I just prefer.
I mean, usually they need to do something else to make up for the fact that you're not getting a body, or
yeah,
losing
have like a
counter.
trigger in life or something like that.
Like the events, usually the events that are like actually good are the ones that search 2 instead of 1.
Oh yeah, I think the Dreshishi, great,
Darashi.
great.
I mean, that one is also great because that one has such a wide grasp of what it can search because it's just any card with a trigger.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So today we have 6 games. That's 2 back-to-back because we missed Memorial Day's coverage. But that means we have some great content to go back-to-back with because these games are going to be pretty quick. Be careful on the first one. Some of the games might a little bit last a little bit longer, excuse me. And we do have some new players coming into the meta here. Really cool new players I got to talk to on Tuesday and had a really good time in the studio recording with these people and running the jokes. Wolf was getting tired of some of my dad jokes that came up with, but I don't know. Not every joke's a winner, guys. Not every joke's a winner. Sermon, good to see you. Can't stay, but I hope the stream goes good. It usually
never
does.
stays.
I know, but it's still good to see him. He's helping the algorithm. If he clicks the button and he comes and puts in a chat, it's huge. It's exactly what the algorithm wants to see. They don't care if you don't stay for 30 seconds
I mean,
or
I
a
think
minute.
that they do care about viewer retention.
They do to a degree, but when it comes to the algorithm, they just want to know if people are still clicking it. It's kind of like the reason that I have to be really weary on YouTube. If you guys, I'll give you guys a little diatribe if you guys aren't familiar with the way the algorithm works on YouTube.
Captain chats
It-
on YouTube.
Oh, we got to get that thing up and running. Thank you. Anything out there?
Nope.
Not yet. So the way that YouTube works, if someone clicks away from it or ignores the notification in there, it actually greatly negatively affects your channel. And which is why it's a little more difficult for this channel specifically to do all the TCGs because it has its own niche audiences. I can't create one YouTube channel and go live with Union Arena, with Gundam that's coming out soon, with the One Piece, with the Magic the Gathering and the different formats of Magic the Gathering, which is even more of a nightmare, guys. Because there's so many different formats that people like to watch. Like, you get Magic the Gathering, people like the Popper, but they don't like the other ones. So they like the Standard, but they don't like the other ones, or they only have like 2 or 3. That can severely hurt the channel. And luckily for Twitch, the way it works, the first thing they truly care about is if that notification gets out and you guys clicked it, and then you come in the chat and you said something, and you're like, hey, engagement. And that's really what they care the most about. So as long as you're doing that, I'm happy, because I know that the algorithm loves it. And as soon as we get through this recent adpocalypse and get past this point,
We're in another adpocalypse.
yeah, they keep coming, man. They keep coming. But this is what happens when you feed the media a bunch of crap. So you don't give any ground to the media, guys. You have to expect it. Honestly, this is going to be, I guess, my 2-second soapbox. If you're on a platform that competes with other platforms, i.e., the YouTube is the obvious comparison, but there's something that you guys don't realize. We're in direct comparison to Netflix, to Disney Plus, to
Because
cable.
those things care so much about card games.
Well, that's just it, right? But we're taking away the viewership. Those are hours that they could have for ad views. Those are hours that they could have for their product, and they're competing for that time that you have. So everyone's in competition. Mainstream media is competing for the attention. All of them care about making sure that their massive production, huge studio makes are making their money back and getting the views. And here we are, 2 guys with a desktop.
Maybe they should actually think about, like, not just remaking a movie and getting rid of all the things that made the movie good, i.e. the new Lilo and Stitch remake.
Right?
I'm baffled that they, like, took away the main antagonist of that movie. Like, yes, let's take this story and remove the main antagonist. Smart decision.
Yeah. And change the theme of it completely. Let's take it away from, what was it, family?
Ohana means family.
Yeah. Let's take away from the most wonderful message you could possibly put out there. Ohana means family. And let's trash on that. Like, why? Why? That was such a great message.
Because
I love
everything
it.
needs to be cynical now. Nothing can be taken seriously.
It's so mad, and I'm flustered. I didn't get to see it. I have seen it. Devs, good to see you. And
I'm not gonna see it.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to give any money to anyone that basically takes they design. They try to get us in with the member berries and try to get us like, oh, I remember that. I want to watch that, and try to pull me in to watch and basically rug pull me. It's a reference to like, Bitcoin and stuff, but they basically rug pull people with a completely different story. It's like, this isn't what I signed up for.
Honestly, I mean, whenever they make a live action remake of the originals, it's just like, first off, a lot of the time it just looks worse than the originals. Like, because something with animation allows for a lot more, creative visual direction that live action doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
So when you are trying to recreate these things, but without the stylization that animation brings, it doesn't look good.
Absolutely. And you remove kind of the heart, because these artists and these voice actors and the people that really bring some stuff, I'm not saying some of the actors and actresses didn't bring their A game. I feel like the emotion behind it reminds me of the great days of Robin Williams, and the man would give his soul to those roles, and it showed, and that passion showed, and it really kind of like aids to the reason why we like anime so much. You have a lot of voice actors that are going to the ends of the earth to create a really good product, to really engage you with the content that you're watching, and along with a great storyline. Because hats off to the people that have been writing manga right now. They got some of the best storylines that we've seen in recent times. Matt Soper says, thank you, good to see you finally off work when you guys are streaming. Oh, it's good to hear. And Matt Soper, yes, anime. I love me some anime. I love me some great stories. They have a good line of morals, they have a good flow, they have focus, and then they introduce things that you just couldn't see in real life. I mean, I'm sure most of you guys have seen the clippable remix with the music and the anime doing the clips of like playing current music and just putting that to some clips of anime back and forth.
Oh, you mean those TikTok edits? Basically, the entire reason why solo leveling is even as popular as it is. It's an anime used to just generate TikTok edits. It's not actually good. I will die on this hill. The only reason people like it is because it's the easiest anime to create TikTok edits of, and absolutely not deserved for anime of the year.
A lot of people felt that way. I feel like
Free Reign existed.
It did, and it definitely deserves some credit for it. And I actually, as much as I'm a huge fan.
I know what an AMV is.
Yeah.
It's just, it's not an AMV in the same sense. TikTok edits and AMVs aren't as similar because AMVs are, supposed to be an entire music video. The TikTok edits are just supposed to show the cool moments with like some, I don't know. TikTok edits are AMVs without the soul of AMVs. That's my opinion.
I think that you're onto something with some of the creators, but I think honestly there is enough still good AMV creators out there.
No, I think there are still good AMVs. I'm just saying that TikTok edits are not those.
Yeah. It's where you're going to see a lot of them. But the only issue that the AMV had was that they had that counter brigade that tried taking them down because of royalties and everything, which I think is just so dumb. It's like you hate money. If you're a music industry guy and someone makes this edit with your music on there, and suddenly I watch that and I say, man, that was really good, and then suddenly I go out and buy that thing on iTunes or whatever I want to buy it from, or buy it from Amazon. That's how the generation works. Hey, I like this thing. It gave me good feelings. I want to buy this thing. And that's how I'm going to sell this product. But they're like, oh, we're losing money. You're not losing anything. It's money that doesn't even exist. It wasn't a customer before, and you're literally, you hate money if you go out and try to ban people who use your content to try and make something else from there. That's actually kind of awesome, like an AMV. Like I could go into this for hours. We've always had talks about it.
Yeah, but let's move on.
Let's move on. But Awakenings is one of my favorite Robin Williams roles. I have to say, I'm stuck between Genie. Obviously from Aladdin, or the very first role he ever did as a voice actor, Ferngully, which has a great story by the way.
The only give us way to spend channel points. We've been trying to work on that.
Yes.
I don't know how to implement the thing yet, but we've been trying to work so that you can bet channel points on the games.
Yes, on who do you think's gonna win. I need to get Chicken Brain. You're dead on the money. I maybe need to talk to you offline to see how this is supposed to work. But I wanted to have like a setup for when we got into the matchup. You guys could all use your points as some kind of like betting pool to see who you guys thought was going to win, since the channel points don't
matter right now, and you just get them by watching us.
Exactly.
Like, it's not like bits that are actually real money.
Yeah, I don't want to make this a gambling thing, but betting the points just to say, hey, I won egotistically, like I knew this.
Yeah, like bragging rights and stuff. Yeah. Like something like that. Like I've seen other creators do that, and I was like, that could be a fun thing for us, but we just don't know. Like, we just don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Like, we can barely set up a poll on this chat, so...
Right. Honestly, you should have seen us an hour and a half before we got started. We were having all kinds of, like, issues trying to work with the sound, trying to get the things to work right. We had a hiccup in the system, and we're trying to get the... It's crazy. This is what happens when you're not a trained audiovisual guy. Are you a trained audiovisual guy? To a degree?
No.
Yeah.
I am an amateur, but...
Oh, I'm learning, a novice. Get in there. Oh, jeez. Of course, and then you get things like this. Let's see. Go in here. Someone taught me how to do this before.
That's not it. That's ban. Okay, yeah.
That's how you do it. I should remove it. Does that remove it?
I don't know.
See, this is how bad we are at this.
Here, let me see.
No, it says like the ban evader restricted. Should be good. Okay. See,
wait. Don't click on that link. It's probably a virus. If you can see the link, just don't click on it. It's probably a virus.
Yeah, or something trying to take your wallet. Mini Conoco, good to see you. Welcome to the chat. Guys, we got some really good content to go over. We got some really cool stuff to show. We haven't even made it past all the reveals from OP12. We have the new starter deck stuff that's coming out in 2 weeks. And we have...
no link shown? We're good.
Good. Okay, then we did block it in time. That's good to know. Thanks, Devs. I appreciate that. But yeah, we've got some of the hits that we think you should be chasing this weekend if you're able to go out to the pre-release for OP11. And we're going to go over some of that content before we get into 6 games back-to-back. 2-2-2. Hey, they're probably going to be quick. Stay tuned. Some of them actually took some time, which I'm looking forward to. I think we have some really good back and forth. And I'm hoping to recreate some of the back and forth. We had some really good one-liners that went back and forth I hope to recreate for you guys. But first...
Or you can subscribe to the Patreon to hear them.
Yes, that's very true. Because when I can, and I actually have a good recording, I do post those videos. Now, it's going to be just us in the studio, and you're going to hear probably a lot of extra background noise, but it's just us having fun at the table. A lot of fun. Good times. Those will be charged. The other stuff is free, though. The leaderboard, the deck lists, all the free stuff that I give out, that's always free. You can subscribe for free. But sometimes if you want that additional content, that's really the only thing I can afford to give out at this moment. But let's get into some OP12 spoilers.
Okay, so first we have this Crocodile. 6 cost, 8k power, decent stats. On opponent's attack once per turn, Dawn -1. If your leader has Baroque Works type, up to one of your leader characters gains plus 2k counter during this or plus 2k power. Decent for purple yellow Crocodile. Not fantastic, but decent.
Mm-hmm.
Because with purple yellow Croc, you're gonna ramp back the Dawn you spend.
Right. Yeah.
So like it's decent, but it's not very good.
Ooh, Calgro getting some support. All right, so Calgro, the leader, finally getting another card that's been missing for a while.
Finally,
right?
More like playable Shandian Warrior cards.
It's I think the biggest downside to Calgro is it just has such a small.
All the cards are bad.
Yeah, and you don't have any variants or ways to play with it, and this is going to give you some extra. Your turn. When a life is removed, draw 1 card. After that, you cannot draw cards by your own effects during this turn. So if
it's okay, it's a free draw because you're going to be removing one of your own life with your leader effect. Mm-hmm. So this is basically a free draw every turn, which isn't bad.
No,
and
you powerhouse.
It's another Calgro name, which you need to keep your Nolans online.
Mm-hmm.
Online, so decent card.
Yeah,
nothing fantastic, but decent. Now we have Kozuki Odin. Land of Wano, Kozuki Clan, Roger Pirates, 1k counter, 2 cost, 3k, activate main once per turn, reveal 2 events, this character gains plus 2k counter, more Rayleigh support, but not good.
Yeah. And still too weak. I feel like that leader effect is just really going to hurt that Rayleigh deck.
That first line of text that means you can't play 5 cost or higher is so bad.
It's almost too restrictive. I understood
it is too restrictive.
Fair enough. All right, now we're into green here with our Dogman Inuarashi, green character, 6 cost, 7,000 power, slash the Minx Land of Wano, and the Akazaya 9. I like that. Okay, counter 1, activate main. You may rest this character, and up to one of your opponent's rested characters with a cost of 5 or less will not become active during your opponent's next refresh phase.
This isn't very good.
I don't like the idea of taking my 7 cost just to lock your opponent. Like,
there is a better Inuarashi for Carrot already.
Yeah. Well, Carrot.
Yeah, it's a Minx card.
Yeah. It just Carrot in itself, that an attack and
play. No, but there's an Inuarashi that freezes 2 5 cost or less.
Nice.
On play, so this is activate main, but like it's just not good.
Ooh, we already
covered this. Shanks.
That Shanks gonna be so good.
This Luffy is terrible. We already covered. I don't think we covered Lon Beppo.
No.
So this is actually good Minx support. On play, rest one of your opponent's characters. It won't become active till your opponent's next refresh phase. So rest and freeze one character, solid. Then, if your opponent has 2 or more rested characters, your leader gains 2K plus 2K power till the end of your opponent's next turn. Very solid. Better in Carrot than it is for Bonnie.
I'd agree with that. I like that it is Minx though, because it's not something that you often would see the Beppo related to, but obviously he is a Minx tribe, and it's neat to see that we're going to see some law crossover here.
Yeah. So this does nothing for Bonnie, but does everything for Carrot.
And we got X-Drake here, 5 cost, 5,000 power. Supernova Navy and Drake Pirates. Talk about spoilers if you haven't been paying attention to the last 2 years.
I mean, he was real to be former Navy from pretty much the get-go when he was introduced in Sabaody.
That's true. On play, if your leader has the Supernova type, rest up to one of your opponent's cost 5 or lower characters. Then, at the end of this turn, set up to one of your Dawn as active. All right, so at the end turn...
gives you a free Dawn for Bonnie, but I'm mainly thinking about this in the context of Green-Yellow Law. It is a 5 cost you can play off of the effect. It's a 2K counter, and it can rest something. Like, it's going to be solid in Green-Yellow Law.
Yeah, it's getting closer to the good utility bodies with the 2K counter. And one of the things that I've noticed, like, in the early games, the 2K counters were really kind of just like, it was a 2K you wouldn't have in your hand. Sometimes, in some situations, it was good. And then there was other occasions where it was just like,
it's a 2K.
Yeah.
Now we have this Buggy, 4 Emperors, Cross Guild, 4 cost, 1,000 power, 1K
strong.
counter.
Go ahead.
Activate main, discard this card and discard a card and send this character to trash. If your leader is Buggy, play up to one of your 6 cost or lower Cross Guild. This card is terrible.
I feel like this is necessary as long, isn't it? Because it doesn't have early game.
This isn't necessary in the slightest.
4 cost, 1,000. Why? I mean, it needed something in the earlier stages, right? Because that was one biggest complaint that we got from our Buggy players, is they didn't have enough early game interaction.
And this is not good enough.
Okay.
Because the second, if you wait one more turn,
you just get to.
So this is you just get to use leader effect and basically do this, but a million times better. This is just worse than just using leader effect.
Yeah.
And too much of a hand deficit because you have to play this card and discard a card.
Oh, that's
true. If it didn't
true.
have to discard, I think maybe.
Maybe it could get in there.
Okay. This is the one card that is for sure actually good for Buggy. This Alvida, 4 cost, 5K. If you have 2 or more characters with an original cost of 5 or more, this character gains cost +1. This is important for 10-drop Buggy so that you can actually still have that stick on the board. And on play, if your leader is Buggy, draw 3, discard 2.
Nice. That is pretty good. Yeah, go figure. Chicken Brain, good to see you. Yeah, and -2. You're right, guys. The math, when you're looking at TCGs, we had this conversation last time we went live, but when you're looking at TCGs, it's really you want the 1 for 2, not the, or the 2 for 1, if you will, where you're getting 2 things for the cost of 1 thing, not 2 things to get 1 thing. And unless that 1 thing is astronomically overpowered, it's really not going to be worth it. Rarely are you going to have a case where it's like, I'm going to draw 3 and discard 4. No one wants that. You know what I mean?
I mean, that would cycle through a lot of your deck.
If you were a Nami player, maybe you'd like some of that, but the negative hand size and the fact you're losing the card itself after play, it's too detrimental, guys. You got to look at the math. I play something, it replaces itself. That's good. I play something, it replaces itself and a card. Wow, that's really good. I play something and I have to lose something, and then I also have to lose something to just replace it with something else. Yeah, not good. Not good.
Okay, so now we're on to
Yamato.
1 cost, 0 power, Wano Country, power.
This character gains plus 3,000. Okay.
If you have 2 Dawn under it.
Okay, so it's a 5k swing if you have 2 under it.
Yeah, and you can put 2 rested with leader effect, and on play it's a searcher. Reveal Wano Country card with cost 2 or more, add to your hand. So it's a searcher that becomes a
free swing.
Something you can swing with in the later turns. Not terrible.
Yeah, I like it.
Then we have this Ezo. 2 cost, 1k power, Wano Country, former Whitebeard Pirates, Dawn ×2. This card gains blocker, and on play, if you give your Wano Country leader banish. So this is probably just going to replace Onami as a searchable way of having Onami that's potentially also a blocker.
Absolutely. And at first I was thinking plus ×2 that's just going to give it 3k power. That's really not that great for any reason. But I get what this is trying to do. It's trying to power up the Yamato deck. Yeah. Use the Yamato leader ability, take the 2 down underneath it, give it an extra blocker capability, which is something the deck needs, honestly, because in the late games, it struggles if the games go late. Let's just say that. When you're playing the Yamato deck, you really want to beat your opponent before they get to 8 Dawn. Because in the later parts of the halves, it's extremely difficult for this deck to keep up with the bigger drops.
Alright, next card. We're back into OP12 spoilers. We have this Doflamingo, 8 cost 8k power. If you have 2 or fewer life cards, this card gains Rush. During your opponent's turn when KO'd, heal 1.
Okay. Every turn, win KO, just 1 KO. Alright, so, it replaces itself.
More Nell cards. Itself.
Yeah, and Nell's gonna love the crap out of this.
Now we have this Borsellino, 4 cost 5k, 1k counter, once per turn. If this card would be removed from the board by your opponent's card effects, discard a card instead. So in Kuzan, this just cycles a card. And opponent's turn, if your leader has Navy type, this character gains blocker and plus 1k power. So nice. This is the black 4-drop Borsellino blocker, but better and for blue. So this card's going to be great in Kuzan.
Loving that. All right, Hawk. Black character, 4 cost, 5,000 pounder, counter, +1, a Fishman, Dressrosa, Revolutionary Army. If your leader has a Revolutionary Army text, this character gains blocker and cost +4, so anti-black. On KO, if your leader...
Well, you want to have more 8 costs on board for Koala, because that way you get the draw.
Oh, that makes
Koala's
sense.
leader effect.
Nice. On KO, if your leader has a Revolutionary Army trait, KO up to one of your opponent's characters with an original cost of 4 or less.
So nice. It's Lucky Roo.
Yeah.
It's Lucky Roo, but for Koala, because Koala needed more support.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that.
Now we have Baratier, purple stage, 1 cost East blue. Bottom deck. Activate main, bottom deck this stage. If your leader is Sanji, look at top 3 cards of your deck. Reveal 1 event card and add it to your hand. Place the remaining in the bottom of the deck in any order and trigger play this card. And not very good.
No, stages are... It's either going to be extremely explosive and a card that you're probably going to lean a little too heavy on, or it's just not going to be playable. I've seen so many stages just get kind of...
If it didn't bottom deck, it would be fine.
Yeah.
I think it's the bottom deck that really makes this card not very good.
Hina, blue character, OP12, 3 cost, 3,000 power, counter 2k. Navy, activate main. If you may rest this character and trash 1 card, up to one of your opponent's characters with an original cost of 4 or less cannot activate blocker during this turn.
Solid.
Yeah, it's a little costly, but I mean, it can win in the last
This is
game.
a cycle because Kuzan...
that's right, draws itself. Yep, and to replace it. I forgot about that. Yeah, so this is kind of like locking it to Kuzan, essentially.
Yeah.
Did Hina and Kuzan have a lot of interaction?
No, but it's a Navy card for the Navy deck for blue.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Infinite Rose, good to see you. Lindbergh, black character, OP12, 4 cost, 5,000 power, counter 1, Minx, Revolutionary Army. Oh, he is Minx. That would make sense. Yeah. If your leader is a Revolutionary Army trait, this character costs +4. Okay, great for Koala. Draw 1 card, discard on the on-play. Nice.
Meh.
Good filter card.
Now we have Ivankov, purple character, 6 cost 7k, 1k counter, inbuilt down Revolutionary Army. If you have 4 more event cards in your trash, this card gains blocker.
Okay.
And on KO, recycle an event. Okay for Sanji. This is a Sanji card. So
I like that it is, but and it makes sense that it is. I've seen the lore. I don't know if Sanji would willingly volunteer for that experience again. Ooh, another pacifista. Wait. The last pacifista was blue, right?
yeah.
So, let's see. What's blue, yellow?
This is Egghead support.
Okay. Oh, that makes more sense. But not blue. I was wondering if we could, because the pacifista has ability to look for a pacifista.
Yeah.
And
it was Centomaro, I think that's you're thinking of. So potentially for like some sort of blue-yellow build, but I don't think so.
Trigger KO up to one of your opponent's cost one lower characters, then add this card to your hand.
Okay. If it was a 2k counter, I'd consider this playable, but as it is, this is not very good.
Just a one cost? Like, is there a lot of cost reduction in Egghead?
No.
I don't think so.
There's none. And this is a trigger, so this would be coming off of your opponent's attack, meaning you don't have like opponent's turn cost reduction.
Yeah. Not a big fan of that one. Ooh, Teach.
So 1 cost, 2k, 1k counter, Warlords, Blackbeard Pirates on play. If you have a Warlord leader, return 1 character with cost of 1 or less other than this card to its owner's hand. Maybe okay for Boa, but probably not very good.
You'd want to do it yourself. Like, to me, it's like, okay, 1 or lower, return to your hand. If you're returning a 1 cost to my hand, it's a searcher. That's not a good thing. That's not. Do not return my searcher to my hand. It's just going to be a replacement.
Yeah,
for
like
one
it could be okay in Boa, but just a Brock leader effect. But not very solid on this.
And interesting, those two would team up. Ooh, Billo Betty's got another art. Thank God. Okay, 3 cost, 4,000 power, counter 2k. Revolutionary Army. When attacking, mill the top 2 cards of your deck. Choose one of your opponent's characters and -2 cost. Okay,
solid.
So, yeah, good removal. And Bello Betty, good card. Oh, Vince Sora, new Reiju card, maybe? Let's go.
I think it's probably if your leader is Sanji.
All right, never mind. Makes sense. If your leader is Sanji and the number of Dawn cards on the field is equal or less than your opponent, add up to 1 Dawn to your Dawn from your Dawn deck and rest it, then draw a card. All right.
Very good. Like, honestly, pretty solid, so.
Yeah, leader locked, which kind of makes sense because I don't think the rest of the kids really cared enough for the mom. All right, Jewelry Bonnie, go ahead.
So, activate main, rest this character. One of your Supernova type leaders gains 1k plus 1k power till your opponent's at next end phase. And trigger, if your leader is Supernova, play this card. It's alright. I think deck space for Green Yellow Law is getting really tight, but I could see this seeing play in Kid, actually.
Oh, okay.
Like, Piss Kid, I think, would like this card.
Absolutely. Centamaru, okay, in yellow now. This one, we were just talking about it because of the Egghead and Navy. Yep, which makes sense. Trigger K up to one of your opponent's cost 4 lower characters. Nice.
Solid.
Yeah.
You're just going to play the Rocket Luffy over this. It has the same trigger, but an actually beneficial effect. You don't care about the cost in Vegapunk because, well, you're using leader effect.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, unfortunately, this is just worse than the Rocket Luffy.
It's a flavor win. If you want to get yourself this type of deck, if you want to play that version of it, it's good to play. But it honestly, the deck, it's not an upgrade, it's not a downgrade, it's just a lateral trade. And if you guys are having problems getting that card, I guess, it's not that expensive, last I checked.
I don't remember.
Ooh,
Okay.
Trafalgar Law.
So, 6 cost, 7k, Dressrosa, Supernova Pirates.
And a blocker.
It's a blocker. This is going to be good in Rosinante. Unfortunately, 6 cost means this is not going to see any play in Green Yellow Law because you can only play a 5k off of that. But decent for the Rosinante deck because you get to play this for, I think it's play this for 4 Dawn, so 4 Dawn, 7k blocker.
Nice.
Not
All right.
bad.
And our Zoro fans, we got another card here. Supernova Straw Hat on KO. If your leader has a Supernova type, play up to 1 cost 4 or lower Supernova type characters from your hand rested. Nice. And on trigger, KO up to one of your opponent's 1 cost characters and then add this card to your hand. I don't know if it would activate that trigger, I'm telling you. Maybe, I guess, but I like what it does on KO.
Yeah, this will be decent for Kid. Maybe a Law, but again, deck space is maybe a bit too tight, but for Kid, this is a solid card.
I like that. I mean, here there's really no downside. If they have a 1 cost, okay, kill it. Then add it to your hand. So there's really 0 downside to activating the trigger from this.
You reveal a card to your opponent. Hand knowledge.
I guess, yeah. They know you have a 1k. All right.
Okay, and we have this Sengoku. 3 cost 3k, 1k counter Navy. On play, discard a card, look at top 5 card of your deck, reveal 2 Navy cards other than Sogoku, add them to your hand, place the rest in the bottom of your deck in any order.
2 for 1. That's huge.
No, it's not. It's a 3 for 1 because of Kuzan's effect. This card is broken.
That's nuts. What did the rarity on this one to say?
Rare.
Rare. Okay, still easy to get. That's insane.
Yeah, this card is insane. This card breaks Kuzan.
Yeah. There's an insane amount of cycling to the top of your deck.
Yeah, no, this is one of the most broken cards of all time for Kuzan.
Wow.
So next,
I almost want to play Kuzan. I'm close. I'm not there yet. But
you want to play a mono blue deck?
I'm this close.
Kuzan's the deck that I'm going to pick up from 12.
Ah! I knew. Well, down. We were talking about 11. Damn it. Dang it. So, Charlotte Pudding. Purple character, 1 cost, 2,000, counter 1,000. Big Mom Pirates. Gotta love it. On play, look at the top 4 cards of the top of your deck. Reveal it to 1 Sanji or an event card. And add it to your hand. Then place the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order. What was the ruling that we had for quotes versus... Oh, we still don't know because...
I mean, it has to be named Sanji. It doesn't say one including Sanji.
Yeah. So it's not going to get our Sanji Pudding for the green-purple.
Yeah.
Jaguar D. Sol. Blue character. This is a...
6/7 blocker.
Yeah. All right. Makes sense for the character. I like it. Concassor. All right. 1 cost, Sky Island, Straw Hat, main. If your leader is Sanji, draw a card. Okay. And if you have 4 more event cards in your trash, give up to one of your leaders plus 4,000 power during this battle. Okay.
So this is...
okay.
Yeah, it's a Radical Beam for counter, or if you just need to cycle a card, it cycles a card. Not bad. Sakazuki.
You blew it up so we could see this beautiful face.
Me when I poop myself. Me when I take a fat dump.
If your leader has the Navy trait, draw 2 cards. Okay.
Very good. Again, you can play this off of Garp too, which is really good. Activate main once per turn, discard 1, and give Arrested Dawn to leader or characters. So cycle a card and give Arrested Dawn, not bad, and a solid on play.
Oh, absolutely.
Very good card. It's just, you even see the description for like the thread, his face, man. it is such a silly face.
I could see it. That was the moment before we made the donut.
Yeah.
All right. Nice. We got the what was
Gyukimaru.
it? The Gyukimaru, but it was a 19-year-old spirit, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. Animal. Perfect. I love it. They were going perfect to the lore here. So, and 4 cost animal. Ooh, this is looking good.
You need a 3 cost. Or, oh wait, no, you don't care about cost in animal. You care about power.
Yeah.
And it is too high power.
If this character is active, it cannot be KO'd by your opponent's effects. Okay. When attacking, if the total number of attached Dawn is 3 or greater, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with an original cost of 6 or less.
It's Zoro support.
Yeah.
For the Zoro leader.
That makes sense.
Okay. I'm not sure.
Got excited. I got to see some animal finally. If your leader has slash attribute in his Zoro here, you have 6 or more rested Dawn. This character cannot be rested by an opponent's effects and a blocker.
It's fine.
Like counter green. It's a side deck card. There's so many of these things where, go back up real quick. This is what I'm talking about. There's certain cards that are being printed nowadays that people are like, oh, this card's kind of like bad because it only works on certain matchups. These are the things I'm talking about. They're secretly inserting side deck tech. So either they're moving that direction or they're not. But if I was a betting man, I'd say they're probably moving into the best 2 out of 3. And cards like this is just like, if I'm going to be playing against something that rests a lot, this is a card I would side in. And this is a card I would have as a side deck card. I don't think putting in your main is great unless your meta is completely, homogenous with just one archetype. But it would be a great side deck card if side decks existed.
All right, next card we have Kozaburo. 3 cost 2K, 2K counter, East Blue, Shimatsuki Village, Land of Wano. On play, rest opponent's character with 2 or less, then KO 1 or less. It's an okay 2K counter.
Little Pound Cake, good to see you in the chat. He's calling you out.
Hey!
And good to see you at midnight. Good to see you.
And we just have vanilla 2K counters. More support for Calgara.
Yeah, vanillas. A lot of vanillas. Oh, hey, there you go. Like you said.